Well, the storm gave the Sierra a big dose of what resorts needed.
As Ken reported already, the storm dumped 1 to 2 feet of snow in the Sierra. News 10's Nick Monticelli is out in it right now, live from Blue Canyon with the latest there. And it looks pretty white at Blue Canyon, Nick.
Yeah, that's a good description, Dale. You know, different storm, same story here in Blue Canyon. It's always the same thing, always chain controls. Right now we're going from about the state line, Nevada state line, to around the Applegate area. That's where trucks are being screened, and just about the Colfax areas where you actually have to put your chains on. The layer of snow actually on the freeway right now, this is westbound I-80 at Blue Canyon. You can see there is about, maybe 2-3 centimeters of snow on the roadway as you've got cars and trucks passing by. They're probably going a little too fast. The speed limit per Caltrans is about 30 miles per hour. They're advising people go that slow in this area just because if you try to stop or if you try to steer to avoid any kind of accident, this snow is going to prevent you from doing anything that you want to, basically. Now, over here a little bit further, you can take a look and see how the snow is starting to pile up. On the ground, this is about, I would guess, 1.5 inches or so. Now, this was plowed by Caltrans about 3 or 4 hours ago. This is the big story here. My photographer, Tom Wagner, was actually out here last night. He said none of this was here at all. So the story is that snow keeps coming and wind, more wind. That's the big problem. The howling winds are making some treacherous driving conditions. Let's take a look at a live camera. This is I-80 eastbound at the Kingville area. You can see here just from this live camera that the snow isn't as bad as it is in Blue Canyon and further up towards the summit. You do see some cars going, that car there in the right lane, kind of going off the side there, probably to work on some chain control issues. But again, the howling winds, and also what's kind of interesting is that we've got so many different weather factors here. We had an immense amount of hail about 3 or 4 hours ago. So like I said, this was about 3 or 4 hours ago as I was driving up towards Donner Summit, Blue Canyon, the Immigrant Gap. You can see how bad the roads were, near whiteout conditions most of the time, to be honest with you. And as we get further into the video here, you'll see exactly what the road conditions were like as far as the tires and the tread goes. Not a whole lot of gripping on the road, so people want to take it very slow and very carefully here. But you know, this is kind of the sad story. It's difficult to drive, difficult to travel, difficult to get to Reno or the ski resort.
Over here, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Made it.
Do the bird, do the bird, do the bird.
Tuck arms in again. Right, then we get down low. Today is my birthday. Woohoo! I'm just dancing on the snow, just coming down. It's a freedom of not having any restraints, just Mother Nature pulling me downhill.
Mother Nature came back, and she came back huge and delivered so big for us, so we couldn't be more excited. I think people are going to be heading up here for President's Week, and they're just going to be loving it. So we are so excited, and it's going to continue all the way through Friday, so just going to keep getting better.
It's a small price to pay to get into the fluff, because this snow can't be better than what it is right now.
So what you saw at the beginning of that piece, that was actually a snowboard instructing group teaching some of the young kids how to snowboard for the very first time. So like I was saying earlier, some pretty nasty road conditions. You're gonna have to take it slow, give yourself plenty of extra time if you do have to do any driving. But the good news is that the ski resorts, you know, in the Tahoe area, Sugar Bowl is where we went earlier, Boreal, all the other ones are just loving this. This is that kind of last wave before we actually get to spring, and they're saying, hey, a great opportunity for some skiing into the President's holiday weekend. Go out there and actually have some good time before the sun takes all this away and we don't see it again until later, much later this year. Live in Blue Canyon, Nick Monticelli, News 10.